Texas, fellow Vermonters. Good things are happening all across our great state. Vermont's unemployment rate is the fifth lowest in America and the lowest this side of the Mississippi. Jobs have rebounded from the depths of the recession, with over 11,000 new jobs created since I first spoke to you 3 years ago. In the last year alone, we've seen 2,000 jobs created in our manufacturing and professional services sector, with our wages finally rising faster than inflation. This broad-based growth has kept Vermont's economy diverse as we draw worldwide attention for our award-winning products, cheeses, artisan furniture, craft beer, spirits, and many others born from the creativity of our hands and the abundance of our land. Our downtowns are on a comeback as vibrant centers for jobs, retail, and residential life, from Brattleboro to Newport, St. Albans, Rutland. Visitors from around the globe continue to come to Vermont to ski and hike our mountains, stay at our inns and resorts, and enjoy our beautiful outdoors. Today I am honored to present my fourth budget, one that is balanced and fiscally restrained. It invests in areas critical for our most vulnerable and to our future jobs growth, while rejecting broad-based tax increases on hard-working Vermonters. Our reserves full and our pension contributions funded to the recommended levels. It matches Montpelier's appetite for spending with Vermonters' ability to pay. Once again, it will require discipline to meet the $71 million gap between our projected revenues and our spending. The President and Congress and our great federal delegation helped all the states through one of the worst downturns in American history by sending hundreds of billions of dollars in stimulus. That funding is now over. Instead, Washington is now cutting back on key programs that help our most vulnerable. But the good news is that as we've been creating jobs, our general fund revenues have been recovering, up $178 billion in the past 3 years, and projected to be more than $250 million after this next fiscal year. So our challenge in balancing the budget is not to officially worthwhile programs serving Vermont, but instead to curb the rate of growth and bring our programs back in line with our revenues. Over the past 5 months, we've been relying on between $44 and $55 million in one-time funds to balance our books, a trend that we know we must reduce. Today, I present you with a budget that closes our gap by relying on only $30 million in one-time funds, about half as much as we did last year. Accounting for replacements of one-time funds in this year's budget, my spending proposal for fiscal 2015 will rise by 3.56%. Every spending proposal that I pursue this government has been designed to promote economic development and prosperity for all Vermonters. This budget is no different. It keeps our promise to invest in our infrastructure and in our people. And it relies on a unified, coordinated strategy targeting every sector of our economy and every one of our communities. To accomplish our mission, we are continuing to focus on the big things that will make the difference. Help families raise healthy children. Create the best education system in America to assure that more of our kids move beyond high school with good paying high-skilled jobs. Support our businesses, our downtowns, and our job growth, and provide access to quality, affordable health care while we protect our environment and quality of life that is, I believe, unrivaled in America. opportunity. I am so proud to have Rebecca Holt, an extraordinary educator and policy leader, as our new Secretary of Education. Vermont continues to lead the country in our educational enterprise. More than 90% of our kids are graduating from high school, the highest rate in the nation. Thanks to your help last year, we now can finally move more of our low-income kids beyond high school through flexible, individualized education and opportunities for dual enrollment and early college. Federal education and training beyond high school means more of our kids will grow up ready for the high-skilled, well-paying jobs that our companies are creating. We'll make even greater progress if you pass the Vermont Strong Scholars Program and proposal that I brought to you last year, giving a full year of free tuition to those who choose to enter STEM jobs in Vermont after attending one of our state colleges or UVM. Let's get that done. Even in these tough budget times, I propose to continue our investment in higher education by including an additional 2% increase beginning January 15th for our state colleges and universities, the second consecutive annual increase after 5 years of level funding. Our youngest will give us the greatest return on our investments. We know that kids with great family support and high-quality early education do better in school, earn higher wages as adults, are less likely to go on welfare or go to jail. Thanks to our success in obtaining a $37 million raise to the top grant, we now have a tremendous opportunity to build the foundation for this healthy start, especially for our children who are born into poverty. As I said last week, just in case you forgot, if you send me universal pre-kindergarten bill that passed the House last spring, it'll help give all of our kids that strong start as well. Well, I'm incredibly proud of the progress that we've made together on education. I'm not at all happy that Vermonters will once again bear an increase of 5 to 7 cents in the statewide property tax rate next year based upon projections for local school spending. There have been reports of significant school budget increases proposed in communities large and small across our state. We all understand the tremendous value we receive from investing in our kids. None of us, however, can afford higher spending and higher property taxes year after year after year, while our overall student population continues to decline. I urge Vermonters at town meetings across our state this year to carefully scrutinize school budgets that increase per pupil spending and grow faster than our incomes. Look hard to see if you can achieve savings for better outcomes at a lower cost. Remember, you have the power to determine your school budgets, but you can't make a difference if you don't participate. To do our part here in Montpelier, this past year we increased the portion of the sales and use tax going to the education fund, adding $9.5 million to help keep property taxes low. My budget proposal fully funds the required transfer to the education fund in fiscal year 2015. I also want to thank you for hosting with me yesterday a forum of national address rising property taxes, we all know that there are no easy answers, and that the state funding system can hurt local districts that are trying to do the right thing. I pledge to work with you this year to look at the facts and explore any options that would improve our school funding system. This year, we must also address one of the most difficult long-term fiscal problems by fixing how we pay for health insurance for retired teachers. The problem is that right now, we're not really paying for it because the state never established, believe it or not, an explicit funding source for this obligation. Just never did it. For decades, the annual cost of retired teachers' health insurance premiums had been taken right out of the state teachers' pension fund. Treasurer Pierce, Speaker Smith, President Pro Tem Campbell, our teachers, and many others have been working together with us on a phased-in, permanent solution. I have proposed $2.5 million in this budget to help get this done, working in partnership to find a responsible fix this session. Let's accomplish that goal. A few weeks ago, I announced my support for increasing funding for initiatives designed to help more Vermonters move at a par. In these challenging times, as the federal government continues to make short-sighted cuts that hurt our most vulnerable, our state must do what we can to blunt the damage by allocating our limited resources wisely. That's why my budget includes the following additional funds to support Vermonters in need. The doubling of the Vermont rental subsidy to $1 million with $200,000 in additional funds for family-supported housing so we can help prevent homelessness in the first place. $300,000 for the Emergency Solutions Grant to help support homeless shelters so that no one freezes in the streets. Increased support for children, including $800,000 boost to child care centers that provide the highest quality care, and an additional $740,000 for families in need, so that more low-income children can get the strong start that we know they deserve. An increase of $650,000 in funds for substance abuse and mental health treatment services for REACH-Up recipients to help remove barriers to work and economic independence. Now, we have paid for these increases from growth in the property transfer tax, and our base general fund without program cuts, and I ask for your support. I also included in this budget new funding to support the ambitious drug abuse prevention and treatment agenda that I laid out for you this last week. This new funding will mean a 14% increase in prevention services and a nearly 40% increase in treatment services for those who are suffering from addiction. Now, we're also on track to create the best community-based mental health care system in the country. We're building state-of-the-art bricks and mortar and expanding community-based care, securing 14 acute care beds in Bradford and 6 in Rutland, opening a 7-day secure therapeutic center in Middlesex, and expanding the number of our statewide intensive residential and crisis beds. Our new therapeutic 25-bed hospital in Berlin will open this summer. on our promise of a top-quality, healing mental health care system if we deny timely treatment to our most critically ill patients when they most need it. We have to know that we're an outlier among the states because it takes so long for treatment decisions to wind their way through our court systems. While it's critical that we continue to protect patient rights, so too is it critical that we support those patients by ending the practice of leaving them for weeks and weeks without judicial resolution, delaying their recovery, placing caregivers and others at risk, and preventing us from serving other patients in need. For their thoughtful guidance and help to fix this problem this session. The time has come. We also continue to push for the best healthcare system in the nation. My budget proposes a 2% increase in Medicaid reimbursement rates starting in 2015 for our hard-working providers to help reduce the cost share for those of us who are paying for private insurance. There has been a lot of focus on the troubled rollout of the federally mandated exchanges. I am extraordinarily disappointed, and I take responsibility for it. But the difficult rollout of the exchanges here and across America should remind us once again that we need, we deserve, and we can have simple, universal, affordable, comprehensive health care for all, where costs are sustained and access to quality care is guaranteed just because you are a Vermonter. Healthcare Board are working with our hospitals, doctors, and providers, consumers, and our business community to control costs and reform our payment system. This is a partnership that is, I believe, without precedent in any other state. They're moving us to a more rational system that reimburses for quality of care, not quantity. I believe that our success, combined with a fairer way to pay for it, will be a recipe for job growth unrivaled in this country. Coming out of one of the worst downturns in American history, Vermont's economy continues to make great strides. Last year, we retired our unemployment insurance trust fund loan more than 15 months earlier than projected, saving taxpayers $700,000 in interest and employers nearly $12 million in federal payments, while providing relief to businesses that suffered layoffs due to Tropical Storm Irene. My proposed budget maintains our commitment to job growth by providing $3.3 million of support through the Next Generation Fund, expanding a registered apprenticeship program of the on-job training program to engage more Vermonters who are looking to earn while you learn, and increasing funding by 9% for our hardworking regional development corporations, Vermont Employee Ownership Center, and the Small Business Development Center. Vermont signed up its 1,000th captive insurance company. And we were 1,000. We were made a leader in this global industry. Every year, the Vermont captive industry brings more than $40 million into the state every single year, supporting more than 1,400 young people well-paying jobs. This year, we have a chance to get a jump start on a new opportunity. The Legacy Insurance Management Act, called LEAP, creates specialized Vermont-based insurance companies that help other companies consolidate policies and redeploy capital. This could be the next success in our effort to serve as a specialized financial services destination. Partnered after the Vermont Catholic sector, we would add tax revenues and skilled, well-paying financial jobs. The House passed enabling legislation for this last year, and I hope to see it on my desk by the end of this session. My administration is also doing more to keep capital circulating in the state for the benefit of our local companies. By revising our state security rules to allow for greater participation in local investments through the Vermont Small Business